Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Zenaton, and welcome to today's video for Legends of Runeterra. Spoiler season, kind of. We're still in it. We just exited it. We got new cards, but we're still kind of in spoiler season, so we got cards to talk about. Ruination event is coming up soon in about a little more than a week from now, I believe. I believe it comes out on the 14th, which is when we're expecting these new cards. We don't have an actual confirmed date as to when we'll get the new cards, but the Ruination event starts in game on the 14th, so that's about when people are assuming we'll get the new cards. But we got 4 new cards today, I believe. Some Demacia cards and some Shadow Isle cards today. Some Dragon Synergy, in other words. So not gonna be a long video because only 4 new cards to talk about 10 or so minutes probably. So let's not talk too long about nothing. Let's go and look at the cards. Why not? So here we are. As I said, 4 new cards, all of which are either a dragon or have some kind of dragon synergy. 2 Shadow Isle cards, 2 Demacia cards. I am a little hesitant on all of them. The first 2 cards are actually pretty cool. First card, Crawling Viper Worm. 2 mana 3/2 with Fury. Okay, pretty good. 2 mana 3/2 is fine for a 2-drop stat line. Fury, decent keyword. It's also a dragon. That's pretty useful. It has an ability. Play, I strike an ally or deal 3 to your Nexus. I've seen a lot of people saying this is actually bad. I'm not saying this card is good. I'm just saying that line of text, that play ability, is not bad. A lot of people have looked at it and said, like, why would I ever want to play a card that either kills or at least strikes an ally of mine or deals damage to my Nexus? 2 reasons. One, if you strike and kill an ally, you trigger Fury. Then you have an overstated 2-drop. You'll have a 4/3 that also has a relevant keyword and a relevant tribe in the form of dragons. 2, it also activates like Last Breath, so think like, or it just lets you kill things that want to die. Think like Curse Keeper or something. Also, it's a Slay trigger too, if you care about that. It doesn't have the symbol next to it, so I assume your opponent can't react to it, similar to something like Spirit Leech, the 4/1 for 4 that draws 2 cards. I'm missing one thing here. I said Slay trigger, I said like it can kill stuff you want to have killed. And oh yeah, that's right. It's not as big as a thing as the other 2, but it also will deal damage to units that want to get damage dealt to them. That's not a big thing, but think like cards like Braum or cards or decks that play things like Scargrounds. It's not a very common thing at the moment, but this kind of card does pave the way for those kind of decks. So I'm a fan of the card. I don't think it's going to be playable at the moment at release because, in my opinion, you want to play this deck in a dragon deck. And dragons at the moment likes Targon because you get Aurelion Soul. It also likes Demacia because Demacia tries to shore up Targon's weaknesses of not having good removal. Shadow Isles has decent removal too. Things like Grasp, Withering Wail, Vile Feast, and Vengeance. And Thresh Aurelion Soul is sort of a thing. It was more of a meta choice, a counter meta deck to try and beat Azir Aurelia and other such decks like Nasus Thresh. But it didn't really care too much about dragon synergy. Maybe a Thresh Asoul deck can come back with some of these Shadow Isle dragons, but I'm not seeing it. Anyway, next card. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Camavoran Dragon? Maybe? Camavoran Dragon? I don't know. I'm going to say Camavoran Dragon until I hear an official pronunciation. So, 4 mana, 4/3. It has Fury and Fearsome, also Dragon. Play. I strike an ally or deal 3 to your Nexus. Same thing as Crawling Viper Worm. Pretty cool. When I slay a unit, drain 1 from the enemy Nexus. It's sort of like Neverglade Collector. Neverglade Collector is the 5 mana 2/4 that says When an allied unit dies, drain 1 from your enemy nexus. It's not bad. It does bridge Dragon's early game a little bit. It gives a little bit of healing too. It's got an all around, like, it's just an all around kind of card. It's doing a little bit of everything. If it strikes and kills something like the crawling viper worm, it gets really big. 4 mana 5/4 is a really good stat line. Relevant keyword in the form of fearsome. Pretty nice. I don't know about this card though. I just don't know. Again, like the crawling viper worm, I just don't know what kind of deck wants this card. It just, to me, I don't see a deck that wants this. I feel like Neverglade Collector is just more versatile if you want the drain, because this thing has to slay the units to get a drain. Sure, it's bigger and it can fight better than a Neverglade Collector who's a 2/4 for 5. It comes down a turn earlier. And it has fearsome too, but again, like, I just don't like going out. I don't like removing Targon or maybe Demacia to go into Shadow Isles for dragons. Maybe they'll be played in decks that don't care about the dragon keyword, maybe. Also, quick note, these 3 additional dragons, they kind of make Egghead Researcher a little bit, in my opinion, worse, right? Like, you usually play Egghead Researcher, the 2 mana 1/3, to try and get like some nice late game or even mid game, like a 5-drop. I feel like if you play Egghead Researcher and you get Crawling Viper Worm, you're going to be sad. Camavoran Dragon and the new Cadrigan seem fine out of Egghead, but I don't know. I usually, whenever I play Egghead, I'm like, okay, come on, give me a Screeching Dragon. Give me like Inviolus Vox. Give me Mind Splitters, stuff like that. These not so happy to see these kind of cards from Egghead. Yeah, the new Cadrigan's fine though. Anyway, let's move to Demacia. The first Demacia card, Ruined Dragon Guard. 3 mana 2/4. When an ally with Fury kills a unit, granted an additional +1/+1. I've seen a lot of people saying this card is OP, crazy, and might need a nerf. I disagree. I think it's good. I don't think it's OP. And a lot of people's reasoning is Laurent Protege. The 3 mana 2/4 that's also in Demacia. 3 mana 2/4 with Challenger. Is but yeah, I just lost my train of thought, sorry. Oh yeah, but as I was saying, Laurent Protege also takes up the same slot as this card, and I like Laurent Protege more often than whatever this guy is doing. But the reason why a lot of people are saying this card is good in OP is dragons, like Demacia based dragons, doesn't really have a good 3-drop, and there is Laurent Protege, but you only usually play like 1, maybe 2, very rarely 3. And the crazy nut curve would be like turn 1 Dragon Chow, turn 2 either play like, I don't know, Dragon Guard Lieutenant, Mountain Goat, maybe bank the 2 mana for Sharp Sight. Turn 3 Ruin Dragon Guard. Turn 4, assuming you still have the Dragon Chow, you play Shyvana. Shyvana kills the Dragon Chow, draws the card. She killed something and she has Fury, so she'll get an extra +1/+1. She'll be a 5/6, and if you can attack, she'll be a 6/7 on attack. That's kind of crazy. Is that good enough to play? Because I don't know. Like, I look at this card and I think to myself, it doesn't do enough on its own. Like, I'll play it and it just sits there. It can't block Fearsome, which is annoying, but that's fine, I guess. Like, the 2-drops in Dragons will do that. Mountain Goats and Dragon Guard Lieutenants. Not a blue buff if you're playing Blue Sentinel, though. So yeah, I'm not sure about this card. I do think it's strong. I think this is going to be more of a card that is a meta-dependent card, and you're going to choose between this and Laurent Protege in your Dragon decks, depending on the meta. And of course, you could just play both, but I think playing both is a mistake. Also, I know you're here a little too late. Ruined Dragon Guard. Ruined Dragon Guard would have been pretty cool in the Azir Aurelia meta for Dragon decks, but a little too late. Now then, the last card. It's another Cadrigan. It's better than the other Cadrigan, the Cadrigan we currently have now. It's not hard to be better than that card. That card's bad. But we got Cadrigan the Ruined. 6 mana 6/6. It's a dragon with Fury. Play, grant an allied champion or dragon challenger. I can't remember the name of the card, but there's a 3-mana card in Demacia already. I think it's 3 mana. It's like a 4/2 for 3 mana. It's like a Laurent something. It could be 4 mana. I can't remember the exact mana cost. It's bad, and it's what I'm trying to say. It's similar to this card, except unlike Cadrigan, it says just, I don't remember the exact text, but it's like, grant an ally challenger this turn. Now, Cadrigan's challenger is given permanently. Cadrigan's a dragon for dragon synergy. But on the flip side, Cadrigan himself is a little more expensive. And he can only give challenger to certain units, basically dragons and champions. So, cool. I mean, giving challenger to things like Aurelion Soul and Shyvana is pretty powerful. Giving challenger to, I can't remember the name of it, the 5/5 dragon with spell shield's pretty sweet, but I feel like the setup would be you want to play something on turn 5 and then play Cadrigan. Dragon decks play Screeching Dragon on 5. They're already pretty solid. Like, Screeching Dragon already has Dragon. I guess you can say, like, well, you can give something else challenger. Yeah, but only dragons. So it's like Solari Sunforger. Yeah, Solari Sunforger is pretty big, and even without Lifesteal, it'd be nice to give him challenger. Cadrigan can't target him. So I don't like it. And yeah, like maybe a lot of you're playing like Zoe with challenger is not that crazy. Like, you know, the one of Zoe in your dragon decks. Maybe J4 or Garen, because I know some people have experimented with a one of J4 and a one of Garen in dragon decks. Granted, Garen was mostly experimented with because of blade dances and his regeneration, so I don't know. But Garen into Cadrigan does look like a pretty sweet curve, but that's kind of it. Not too impressed by Cadrigan, but he is better than the old Cadrigan. Out of all these cards, though, I think Ruin Dragon Guard is the best one. Crawling Viperworm and Camivore Dragon probably have the most potential, depending on if they release more and more like Shadow Isle Dragon support. Maybe Shadow Isle's Demacia Dragons can be a thing, won't need target anymore, but who knows. Shadow Isles has decent late game too. Maybe they don't need Aurelion Soul, they can just play like Commander Ladros and Atrocities. Anyway, though, that's going to be it for today's video, though, I believe. That's all 4 new cards that were revealed today for the upcoming Ruination event. Also got a hint at like a Shyvana skin, so we might get, or a Ruined Shyvana, so we might get a Ruined Shyvana skin in the game, which would be pretty sweet. But that's pretty much it. Depending on if we get more and more spoilers over the next few days, I'll, of course, be doing more videos on them. Hopefully we get Viego soon. I would love to see what Viego does. I really hope it's Viego. If they don't show off Viego, but they show all these ruined cards, that'd be very interesting, I guess. Anyway, though, that's going to be it for today's video. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe you think Cadrigan is good. I'd love to hear any kind of opinions you have. Maybe you think I'm wrong. Maybe you think I'm right. Maybe you think I'm missing something, but I would love to hear your opinions anyway. And if you just enjoyed the video in general, I would love it if you could leave a like or a comment down below. Also, if you want to keep up with the Legends of Runeterra content, you can also go and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to watch me play some Legends of Runeterra, you can go and check me out over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zenaton. I play Legends of Runeterra there pretty much every single day. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all again once more for watching this video. And until I see you guys in the next one, bye!